Off you go.
So hello everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm the WILE advisor for IH World, and I also work at IH Prague. So hello everyone. I'm just going to talk to you today about young learners within the IH World network. So that's what I'm going to talk about. First of all, my job, what do I do for IH World? If you have any inquiries about young learners, you can give me a call. I know most of you already know this, or an email. If you need some support setting up a WILE department or you have some questions, if you have some resources that you'd like to share or some questions about resources, I also coordinate the IH Young Learners Google group, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, and the Young Learners Facebook page and the face-to-face IHCYLT. So the Google group, we have over 100 people in the Google group, but we're happy to have more. If you're interested, you can email me and I can add you to the group. It's for young learner coordinators and young learner teachers, and it's just a place that you can ask questions about young learners. For example, at the moment people are discussing course books for YLE preparation. Recently people were discussing their favourite review activities. And we're always looking for volunteers who are willing to collate the conversations for us to put on the website as well. For example, Louisa has volunteered to collate the conversation we had recently about our favourite review activities. Speaking of resources, don't forget that there are young learner resources on the website, and it's not just resources that IH World put there, they're resources for everyone, from everyone. I'm happy for people to send me resources that we can add. And you can see on the screen that on the left there are resources for teachers and there are also resources for young learner managers. I mentioned social media. I have a Facebook account for the Young Learner Advisor position. If you want to be my Facebook friend, it's Young Learner Advisor, IH World, up the top there. There's also an International House World Young Learner Teachers page. And I try and like as many IH schools as I can. If I haven't liked your school, please let me know. I'd like to like your school. And there's an IH World Young Learners Twitter account as well. Of course, I'm sure you're already friends on Facebook with IH World, but there's something extra for you. The IHCYLT, I'm sure most of you know about the IHCYLT. It used to be called the IHCYL, and last year we did the final revisions on the new course. It's very similar to the old IHCYL, but we've updated it and revised it and changed a few things. If your school is interested in running the IHCYLT, you can contact me and put in an application to be an approved centre. Or if your school already runs the IHCYLT and you're interested in becoming a tutor, you can contact me to put in an application for that too. As Teacher Training Coordinator, Sean runs all of the online IHCYLT, but if you have any questions, perhaps you're a tutor and you want some advice about something, or you have just questions about the course, feel free to email me. I've now taken over from Sean. When you have your course notifications and things, if you're a tutor, you can send those to me. It's the same email address. Lucy mentioned the IH Journal. There's a Young Learner section in the IH Journal. And I'd also encourage people to submit some Young Learner articles to Elizabeth for the journal. You can see here on the screen there's a great article by Lou here. It would be really nice to see some more Young Learner articles in the journal. So what Young Learner projects have we going on? Sean mentioned them. It looks Global Classroom. I think I've written that wrong. Worldwide Classroom, was it, Sean? I can't remember. But as Sean mentioned, we've got the Very Young Learner course on its way that's being written, and it's really exciting. I can't wait for that to be released. And of course, Sean's Global Classroom is going to be a great thing for young learners and young learner teachers. Of course, it's for everyone, but I'm sure our young learners are going to get a lot out of it. And what about you? So Lucy mentioned the lots of 60 celebrations. At the moment, it started at the Young Learner Conference. We're putting together 60 snippets, teaching ideas for young learners. I've still got a few spaces left on the 60. If you've got some ideas, please forward them to me. And I'd like to have 60 ideas, just 1 or 2 sentences, something fun or an idea for something for a teacher to do in the Young Learner classroom. Lucy mentioned the IH experience and the other projects that are going on with the 60th anniversary, and I think this would be really great for young learners. I can imagine young learner classes getting excited and making their IH symbols, and it would be nice to see some young learner lesson plans in the lesson planning competition as well. I'm always looking for course book reviews. The #1 query I have from people when they email me is they want advice on course books. Obviously, I don't use every single course book and haven't, so I really like some volunteers to write a review on a course book. I have a form that I can send you that's very simple and very easy to fill out, or if you've got something already written, please send me that. I welcome your course book reviews. And as I mentioned, resources, if anyone's got some great resources or perhaps just some ideas that you'd like to share that you did in the Young Learner classroom, I'd love to be able to help you share them in the network. And talks and lows and other teacher development. Always welcome some young learner people giving workshops and sessions and anything to do with YL. So if you're a YL teacher, please, and you've got an idea and you're willing to give it a go, please contact Sean or Neil or myself. Okay, I was talking really quickly. I didn't want to take more than 10 minutes, and I think I've only taken 7 minutes. So thank you very much for listening. My email address is whileadvisor@ihworld.com. Oh, and there's Sean's address in the chat as well. So if you have any questions to do with YL, or maybe you've done something really great at your school and you want to share it, or if you want to join the Google group, then please email me on this email address. I don't work full-time for IH World, just a few hours a week, but I try and check my email as often as I can. So I'll be here at my keyboard waiting for you.
Kylie.
Bye.
Okay, very quick. So Neil, I can't believe we're actually all, our biggest worry was would all take more than 10 minutes, and we're doing brilliantly to keep on time at the moment.